Alright, welcome to my top 5 scariest skins in all of Fortnite. So as of the time I'm recording this video, today is Halloween 2020. So happy Halloween to everyone out there. I thought I'd do this scary skin video as a celebration. Now obviously we've had tons and tons of scary / spooky skins in Fortnite before. But has anyone ever taken the time to pick the top 5 scariest ones of all time? Now, I don't own every single skin in the game, but I own enough to make at least a top 5 contribution here. But before we get to the actual countdown, let me give some runners-up. So these 7 skins are the ones that I thought were scary or spooky, but not quite scary enough to make the cut. So first up for the honorable mention for me would have to be the Devourer. He is just a scary-looking sight to behold. He's got one eye, he's got a Jay Leno chin with a massive amount of teeth. And then he's got these weird, creepy dreadlocks in the back. If I saw this thing in real life, I would have a fit. This guy was probably number 6 on my list. He was that close to being top 5. Next, I would have to say Nash, as you can see here, and Willow. Both of these have that creepy puppet-like style. Now, their original styles are not bad. Both of their original styles, they're a little bit creepy, but nowhere near as scary as these puppet ones. So again, these almost made the top 5, but since they're both so similar in design, just one's male and one's female, I decided to exclude them both rather than putting them as 5 and 4. I didn't want to take up 2 slots in my top 5 with pretty much the same skin, but they sure are creepy. Next is Mariana. I don't know why, but this one just creeps me out. She's got that long flowing hair, those creepy spindles coming out of her legs down there, that sticks me out. And then the face. I don't even know that that's actually a mask. I think that's just what she looks like, because when you turn her to the side here, you don't see any creases from it being a mask. I literally think she's some kind of creepy underwater sea monster. It totally reminds me of the creature from The Ring. You know, the girl that comes out of the TV and tries to eat you? That's what this reminds me of. So that's why she's on my honorable mention list. Next, I would have to say Teef. So this guy is more creepy, I guess, than spooky. He's not really scary, but he is pretty creepy. I mean, he doesn't have any eyes, he doesn't have a nose, he's just a big ball of slime with some nasty looking teeth. And then he's got no legs, he's got hooks for legs down there. So again, not really scary, but if I saw this thing in real life, there's no doubt I would pee my pants. It is kind of scary in a real life sense, but in game, it just doesn't look that frightening. It's just weird looking. Now these next 2 are pretty much the same, but the new one is Headlock. I don't know what it is about this. Probably everyone will disagree with this, but again, this is just my honorable mention. It's not even in my top 5, but this is pretty much a weird looking ghost trapped in some kind of, I don't know, lock and chain. I mean, he's blue. He clearly escaped from something, but his eyes creep me out, and the fact that he's locked up in that cage on his face makes me think he's really, really scary in real life. So I don't know what the deal is behind him. What's his description say? Let's see. Unleash your hunger. Yeah, so this thing could eat you. That's the whole premise behind him. He's that intimidating that they had to lock him up. And I think everyone would disagree with me on this one, but this guy creeps me out, the Trench Trawler. I don't know why, but oh, you can't even zoom in on his face. It's all weird. Like for this character, I can zoom right in, but when you go to him, it doesn't let you zoom in because he's that scary, I guess. But it says, strange secrets sleep deep beneath the waves. So I wanted to zoom in because his head is literally that lighthouse bucket thing, and it's sewed on. Look at that. Look at his neck. Oh, that's what creeps me out about this. It literally is sewn on to his head. That is his head. And of course, he's some kind of ghost creature from under the sea, and then he's got those barnacles on his arms. Oh, that's just disgusting. So this guy was close to making the list as well, but I didn't want to get backlash from you guys because I don't think many people would consider him scary as much as he is creepy. So these were my top 7 honorable mention skins. Let me know if you think they should have been in the top 5, any of them. If anything, I bet you guys will say Nash and or Willow. Creepy and spooky, but not the scariest. All right, so let's get right into the countdown. We're going to start with number 5. So for this spot, I chose none other than Big Mouth. So keep in mind, I also count the back blings on the scary factor. So Big Mouth is a little bit creepy, but at the same time, he's definitely scary. If you saw this thing in real life, you would be absolutely terrified. Very similar to Teef, He has no nose and no mouth, except Big Mouth does it way better than Teeth. Teeth was just all teeth. And this guy's got a massive mutant tongue, as well as some creepy, creepy teeth. That thing could devour you whole. So again, from the creepy, creepy tongue to the intensely scary teeth, this thing would frighten even the bravest kid, in my opinion. Look how creepy he is. Eating that pizza. Devouring it. Absolutely disgusting. He's even got worms in his pocket and all sorts of creepy vials on him. And not to mention, he eats frogs for whatever reason. There's his collection of frogs on the back right there. So gross. So creepy. Tell me you wouldn't be afraid of that in real life. Look at that. Look at those teeth. Yikes. So that is number 5, Mr. Big Mouth. Oh, he's got some claws too. Look at that. I didn't even see that. Terrifying. At number 4, we've got none other than one of my favorite skins in the game, Miss Cutie Pie. A lot of people ask me, what skin is this, every time I run it, because it's so terrifyingly spooky. Look at that. There's nothing behind those holes right there. Is that her real face? Obviously it's not, because she has another style right here where she's absolutely amazing looking, but we're looking at this scary Cutie Pie default style. So she's actually a Christmas skin, part of the Nightmare Yule set, and it says, "I hope you've been good this year." How terrifying is that? If you saw this in a dark alleyway, what would you do? Would you run? Would you just accept your fate? Because this creepy Cutie Pie would probably devour your soul. Isn't she just terrifying? Every time I run this skin, people just look at my face in absolute terror. So scary. So here she is in game. Look at that creepy face. If that thing was waving at you, what would you do? Be seeing you. Yikes. Look at this. This guy runs right by me. Doesn't even know there's a creepy Cutie Pie. That's how scary she is. What do you have to say, Cutie Pie? What do you have to say? That's right. Be seeing you. I don't know what it is about this skin, but yes, it is just absolutely frightening. Look at this. It reminds me of Big Boy. I don't know if you guys have ever been to that restaurant. It's still around in some places, but it had a mascot very similar to this. Except, of course, it was a boy. And it totally reminds me of that. This is Cutie Pie in all her terror. Amazing. At number 3, we've got none other than Night Hare, hopping straight out of your nightmares. Look at this creepy skin. Now, some of you may argue that this guy should have been a lot higher, maybe number 2, maybe even number 1. But I've got 2 more skins in store for you. However, this guy is just extremely creepy. Now, he is meant to be an Easter skin, but look at his hollowed out eyes, just absolutely terrifying. He's got chains all over him, a lot of tally marks. Oddly enough, he does have some weird slippers on, almost pajama-like slippers. And then his back bling is also creepy. It looks like a voodoo doll with some X's for eyes. And even the top of his head is stitched together. I'm assuming that's a mask, but you never know. It could be his real face. So here he is in game. Look at those eyes. I'm telling you, this is one of the most scary skins in all of Fortnite. Maybe I should have ranked him up a bit higher. He's just terrifying. The whole demeanor around his face. I didn't realize he had carved up here. Look at that. Almost as if he's smiling. I had no idea he had those little stitch marks all the way up to the side of his face. That makes it even more creepy from this perspective. Look at that. Yikes, you see that carve mark right there? All the way up to his ear? Oh. Terrifying. Look at this. Absolutely frightening. There's his back bling. Pretty much a voodoo doll. I think he would be a little more scary if his ears didn't cover most of his face. But even then, like I said, those ears are scary as can be. The chains, the links, everything about Mr. Night Hare is just horrifying. I wouldn't want this bunny chasing me on Easter, that's for sure. At number 2, we have none other than Miss Hemlock, the Evil Witch. So when I first saw this skin, I thought I had to buy it because it's so scary. Look at this face. It's almost like she's part gremlin, part witch, and just part monster. It's so creepy. One of the scariest faces in all of Fortnite. And the fact that she has this other really beautiful, pleasant looking style is just crazy. Of course, she does get a little crazy in the locker, especially if you swap between styles, but it's just an all-around terrifying skin. You would not expect this if you look from behind. You would think, oh, that's just a nice witch for Halloween. And then she turns around and slowly devours your face. Look at that. So creepy. Even her jawbones. It's just, it looks like something could just spring out of her mouth and eat your face right off. Absolutely terrifying. Let's check this out in game. So here she is in game. Again, absolutely terrifying. Look, her eyes even light up and glow. Would you want that face anywhere near you or your kids? Not me. Look at the teeth. Look at the jawline. Creepy as can be. This is the Wicked Witch from the West right here. One of the scariest skins I've ever seen. You know what I like to do? I like to go in skin lobbies. Oh my gosh, that scared me. And just try to run around and chase kids. And people try to run away from me. And I just imagine like little 5-year-olds screaming, ah! Because it's so terrifying. Look at that. It looks like a gremlin to me. Oh, that nose too. Definitely worthy of the number 2 spot. But who does that leave for the scariest skin in all of Fortnite? So at the number 1 spot, we've got none other than the Demigorgon. So this is a tall, humanoid creature with a head that does not contain any facial features at all. But instead, it merely opens like a flower to reveal many razor-sharp teeth. Now, the overall outline of this entire skin is just terrifying. From the creepy feet that almost looks like a minotaur's hoof, to his claw-like fingertips, and then his absolutely terrifying face, which, like I said, opens up to reveal many, many razor-sharp teeth. Look at how creepy this thing is. If you've never seen this skin in game, consider yourself blessed, because if he comes bull charging at you, eliminates you, and emotes, you may never live to see another day. So here he is in game, and the only way to get his mouth to open is when you do an emote. So that's why I said if you get eliminated by this guy, chances are he's gonna do an emote, and then the creepy flower-like face will open up to reveal some nasty teeth, a seemingly endless hole in there. Look at the 2 giant teeth in the back. Holy smokes. That is absolutely terrifying. Look at those feet as well. Holy smokes, that is just frightening. If this guy was waving at the end of the corner, I would not pick him up. Look at the inside of that flower-like mouth and how it just ripples. Isn't that absolutely disgusting? This is why he's ranked number 1 on the top 5 scariest skins in all of Fortnite. There's nothing more terrifying than a Demigorgon. So there you go. Those are my top 5 scariest skins in all of Fortnite. Let me know in the comments if you think I did a great job or if you think I got it completely wrong. Again, these are just the skins that I personally own. Maybe there's an even scarier one out there that I don't have. And if so, let me know in the comments because I would love to purchase it when it comes back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator Code, which is Tabor Time. Have a great Halloween. Keep safe, everybody.